Good morning, dear friends. I am DR.Shamsher Singh, Professor in Management, working in RP IIT, Technical and Medical Campus. Dear friends, hope all are doing well, and today's video is about comparison between net present value and internal rate of return, that is NPV versus IRR. So let's get right into the video. The net present value method and the internal rate of return method are similar in the sense that both are modern technique of capital budgeting and both take into account the time value of money. In fact, both these methods are discounted cash flow technique. However, there are certain basic differences between these two methods of capital budgeting. That is, in the net present value method, the present value is determined by discounted the future cash flow of a project at a predetermined or specified rate called the cutoff based on cost of capital. But under the internal rate of return method, the cash flow are discounted at a suitable rate by hit and trial method, which equates the present value so calculated to the amount of the investment. Under IRR method, discount rate is not predetermined or known, as is the case of NPV method. The NPV method recognizes the importance of market rate of interest or cost of capital. It arrives at the amount to be invested in a given project so that its anticipated earnings would recover the amount invested in the project at a market rate. Contrary to this, the IRR method does not consider the market rate of interest and seeks to determine the maximum rate of interest at which funds invested in any project could be repaid with the earning generated by the project. The basic technique of NPV method is that intermediate cash inflows and reinvested at the cutoff rate, whereas in the case of IRR method, intermediate cash flow are presumed to be reinvested at the internal rate of return method. Finally, we discuss about the results shown by NPV method and are similar to that IRR method under certain situations, whereas the two give contradictory results under some other circumstances. However, it must be remembered that NPV method using a predetermined cutoff rate is more reliable than the internal rate of return method for making two or more capital investment proposals. Similarities of results under NPV and IRR. Both NPV and IRR method would show similar results in terms of concept accepts or reject decisions in the different cases, as independent investment proposals which do not compete with one another and which they may be either accepted or rejected on the basis of a minimum required rate of return. Conventional investment proposals which involve cash inflows or outlays in the initial period followed by a series of cash inflows. The reason for similarity of results in the above cases lies in the basis of decision making in the two methods. Under NPV method, a proposal is accepted if its net present value is positive, whereas under IRR method, it is accepted if the internal rate of return is higher than the cut-off rate. The projects which have positive net present value obviously also have an internal rate of return higher than the required rate of return. Okay, dear student, that is the brief description about comparison between NPV and IRR. Hope so you understand. Thank you very much.